Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Arena Football League Outsiders. Today's February 9th, 2016, and we're 51 days away from kickoff. April 1st. Excited. Can't wait. How's everybody? How was your week? Did you watch Super Bowl? Of course I did. Picked the Carolina Panthers, so of course it didn't go exactly how I thought it would. I just didn't think Peyton Manning could do anything, but that defense was ridiculous. But that's for another channel. Now that the NFL is over, it's time to focus on the Arena Football League. And last year's champs are out of it. As far as the league itself, as I mentioned last week, the San Jose SaberCats have left the league and they're kind of in a state of limbo. Everyone's in this year for the playoffs, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. 2 months, can't wait. But we got to fill that time. We got to know what's going on before the season. That's what I'm trying to bring here with this channel. So, without further ado, we'll go to my first segment of the week, which I want to call Around the Arena Football League. So, the number one story this week, Monumental Sports. They are the group that owns the Wizards, the Capitals, and the Mystics. They have come out and they have said they are in serious negotiations about adding a team next year in the DC area, and that's awesome for expansion. That's a huge market. I got pro teams of pretty much every level of football. And Randall Bowe, he is the executive vice president of Monumental Sports. He's quoted as saying, "We're in serious negotiations and we're excited about the opportunity." When, how can you not be? With the league being at only 8 teams this year, everyone is thinking that the league might be dying, that, we're 2 months away, but it might not even happen. Like, there's people out there that think like that. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope the league continues to grow, continues to get bigger, and bring in more NFL type guys like Ron Jaworski with the Soul, just to kind of not really change the league, but to give it more popularity, more notoriety, more people to say, hey, look where our league has. Come watch the Arena League and look who's running the league. People that have been in the NFL, people that talk about the NFL, people that everyone respects. And Scott Butera, he is the commissioner of the Arena Football League, has come out and said, yes, they are negotiating with Monumental Sports. So it's not just a rumor. It's not just a guy coming out and saying, hey, this is what we're doing. This is going to happen. It's going to happen. There's going to be a team in DC, it looks like, next year. So it's pretty exciting. That's pretty much the biggest news that's come out since last week. We've got one other one. Last week I mentioned about the Portland Thunder being taken over by the league. And they no longer are run by a single body like the other teams, of course. The prior owner and who ran the team, Terry Emmert, has fired back at the AFL, saying he was caught off guard by the league taking over the team. He had no idea that was happening. He had thought that they were negotiating in good faith, that they were going to figure something out, that it was going to go smooth, and all of a sudden, boom, he hears the news that the league is taking over the team. And he's not really happy about it. He's not really going nasty yet, but that's something to keep an eye on and see what he brings out. I know there's a lot of things said last year about when San Jose, the week leading up to the Arena Bowl, cheating and all this other backside stuff of the Arena League. So it's interesting to see if this goes down with Portland, if Terry Emmert's going to say anything. But along with that, I want to say that if you're a Portland fan and you have season tickets, he has said that if the team doesn't exist this year and they don't play a game, he will refund, or the team will refund everybody's full ticket prices that they've already paid. So that's great by him, instead of just wiping his hands and walking away. But like I said, that's big news. Wait and see what anything else that comes out of this. If anything else, of course, check back here. I'll let you know next week. But as for right now, I kind of want to just bring that up, that little thing, seeing that it wasn't just, kind of like the Las Vegas team last year where Vince Neil kind of just walked away and stopped paying the bills and kind of coerced people into getting their money to start the team and then bailing mid-season. It doesn't look like it's like that. It looks like the Portland owner really wanted to be part of the AFL, really wanted to be in Portland and run that team. It's interesting to see how that's going to play out. To keep going with the expansion talk, Ron Jaworski came out last week, and when he was talking about the Super Bowl, he actually talked about expansion of the AFL and what he believes is going to happen in the next couple years or even next year. Along with that DC team, he mentioned this last week about that DC team, is possibly being 2 Mexico teams, a San Antonio team, and a Sacramento team. So that's 4 more teams. That would put us at 13, and all 5 of those teams existed either next year or 2 years down the line, something like that. And like I mentioned before, in case you are unsure of who Ron Jaworski is and you're watching this, he owns the Philadelphia Soul and is probably the biggest ambassador of the league, I would say, because a lot of people around the sports world know who he is through his work with ESPN and anything else NFL related that he works on with quarterbacks and anything like that. So it's not just some reporter saying, hey, this is what we're looking at, or some random owner. I think Jaworski has a big pull with the owners and with the league. So when he says something, it's a little bit more than just rumor. So I'm excited to hear that there's a lot of expansion talk going on, bringing a lot of teams in. I just hope it doesn't go back, fall down, and get bankrupt like it was back in 2009. I hope they don't spread themselves too thin, is basically what I'm trying to say. But it's exciting. I mean, that's really all it is right now. He just kind of said it in an article, how he was talking about the league and trying to promote the league and just saying that they're excited and they're looking at expanding. So just wanted to bring that up as a little news segment and let you guys know that there is expansion talk going on. It's not just going to be these 8 teams. This is a 1-year thing. So if you're just now getting the AFL, just know that this whole 8-team league with everyone going to the playoffs, it's just not sustainable. So if the league doesn't expand, then I don't see it lasting very much longer. Last but not least, about news, a little thing I saw on arenafootball.com. If you are a player and you're looking to play in the Arena League, the Jacksonville Sharks holding an open tryout at Orange Park. And basically all you need to bring is workout gear, cleats, and $80, and you got to fill out the form. Just go to arenafootball.com and you can get all the information from there. Next segment is what I like to call the who and where of the AFL. Basically the transactions. What happened in the transactions of last week? Who's been placed on reassignment or placed on league exemption? Just going to run down the list. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking, but it's more or less just to get everyone information about certain players and if they're going anywhere or leaving the league or anything like that. So the following players have been assigned since last Wednesday. I'm just going to read these off the arenafootball.com. We got Jaron Moreland for the Portland Thunder, Ray Little, defensive back, Cleveland Gladiators, Tim Shelley, defensive back, Portland Thunder, Luke Black, defensive lineman for the Cleveland Gladiators, Isaiah Dunning, defensive lineman for the Gladiators, Leonardo Bates for the Thunder, Darius Reynolds for the Soul, Joe Gooseby for the Soul, Dennis Havrilla, quarterback for the Gladiators, AJ Barker, receiver for the Gladiators, Jesse Somsell for the Gladiators, offensive lineman, Quentin Sims, wide receiver for the Gladiators, Byron Sneed, defensive lineman for the Soul, Ronnie Nelson, linebacker for the Gladiators, Tom Gilson, receiver for the Thunder, and defensive lineman Mohammed Usman for the Rattlers, Arizona Rattlers. That's all the players that have been assigned since last Wednesday. Obviously, this can change. We're 2 months away from the season, so more than likely a lot of this is going to change. The players that have been placed on reassignment or exempt are Quamaine Black, doesn't list his position for the Kiss, Montel Garner for the Predators, JT Gilmore for the Kiss. Gilmore is on league suspension. Placing on reassignment as well, Warren Smith for the Soul, quarterback, Brandon Sparrow, nose guard for the Soul, Trevor Costin, defensive back for the Gladiators, Austin Tietzma, nose guard for the Gladiators. So that's about it. If you're interested in looking at the list, go to arenafootball.com, click on the news button at the top, and then go down to transactions. That's basically, I just read them off of there, but I'm just saving you guys a click and some research. That about wraps up my weekly update. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. I hope it saved you guys some research and some clicks, and that you got some information. I'll post those 2 big stories about the expansion teams and what Terry Emmert of the Portland Thunder had to say. I'm going to post those in the description. You'll be able to read those if you want. Either way, they're on arenafan.com. Check that out. Please check that out. If you don't already know about that site, it's amazing for news. It's where I go daily to check out news and check out the message boards and fantasy football, stuff like that. I just want to let everyone know I will not be posted next week. I'm going on vacation, so there'll be no news update next week, and I'll be back in a couple weeks, and I'll just do a 2-week update then. That's it for me. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys have a good couple weeks, and I will see you later. Take care.